I get the call on a rainy afternoon in late October. It's been a refreshingly slow week, and I'm lounging in my little bare brick office, watching the rain make ghostly tear stains on the window. I chew over the week's finances in my head. Though the low is relaxing, it's not exactly cheap. I puff a cigar, factory second Maduro, burning surprisingly even. A habit I tried and failed a few times to kick. Then I hesitate, tempted to let it go to voicemail and see if the caller is serious, but something tells me I should answer this one. God, I need a receptionist. You've reached Gage Garvey, PI office. How can I help you?
Are you him?
If you're referring to the company's namesake, then yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Is it true? Is any of it true? Or am I actually crazy for convincing myself that calling you is worth it?
The kinds of people that call me are either crazy or desperate, often both, but she doesn't strike me as the crazy type. Ma'am, the PNPI stands for paranormal. Part of my job is helping people come to terms with that. So is it true? Well, that depends on whether or not you believe in that kind of thing.
Do you?
I wish every day that I didn't.
It's my daughter. She's been missing for 2 months, and the police say the case has run dry. They still refuse to acknowledge their best piece of evidence.
What's that?
I have a video. The last place she was seen before.
Let me guess. Whatever you saw in that video made you question everything you thought you knew.
She just vanished. I checked it over and over again. It's from the neighbor's security camera. I don't think it's a glitch because the dog doesn't...
Listen, it would be easier if you emailed me the raw footage. Give me an idea on how to approach this.
The what?
Send me the video straight off the system, unedited. That way I can't tell if it's been faked. Also, some phenomena leave traces in the metadata that could help me ID them faster.
Okay, but Mr. Garvey, there's something else. Something the CSI team couldn't make heads or tails of.
Oh?
Do you make house calls?
Missing daughter, clueless police, a possible class 4 phenomenon. Damn if this case doesn't hit close to home. It's the next morning. Rain's gone, but clouds still blanket the sky, half-heartedly diffusing their deadpan light. The neighborhood is nice. Only thing anyone would call is normal. Smallish cookie-cutter houses from the 80s, hooded by big auburn trees. As I walk up the drive, I get a sense that this isn't just a house. It's a home. The yellow grass is rough but short. A few forgotten toys hide under the bushes. My eyes linger strangely on a rusting red wagon, parked in a slipshod flower bed. I always wanted one of those.
Hi, you must be Detective Garvey?
Teresa Moore. If you look up the word mom in a dictionary, you wouldn't be surprised to see this woman's picture. Middle-aged, short and stout, her round face etched with laugh lines, only slightly marred by worry and grief. Yes, ma'am.
Good. Great. So, where do you want to start?
I'd like to see the security camera footage.
Right, please come in.
She leads me to the house. The inside is twice as homely as the yard. Messy but not dirty. The childish racket is coming from somewhere down a hallway. I count 2 voices. We sit at a tiny breakfast table where a laptop lays open, waiting solemnly to tell its uncanny tale.
It was a Saturday night. I let Hannah stay up later than usual. We were watching a movie. She got up to let the dog out. Well, there's no sound, but you can see the dog was going berserk. Hannah walks to that corner of the fence, stands oddly still, then...
Holy hell. I wish I could say I don't believe what I'm seeing. In the grainy monochrome night vision, the girl twists to run from something unseen, then just dissolves into the flickering black. The haunting shine of her terrified eyes lingers for a moment in the dim IR light.
Tell me that's not just the camera skipping ahead.
No, you were right about the dog. Its movements are consistent, plus whatever it saw shocked it. Look, it shivers and slinks into the far corner of the yard.
I know. He's been like that since it happened. Hates the backyard. I had to put him out there because he gets jumpy around strangers nowadays.
Interesting. Can I put a copy of this on my thumb drive?
Sure.
What was the other thing?
Come see.
The backyard, small and cramped. The dog huddles in the corner like we stepped into the video moments after it happened.
That's Batman. My youngest named him.
Here, boy. Here, Batman.
Over here.
She stands right where the girl had vanished, hands clasped over her mouth, looking at the fence. Then I see it.
Have you ever seen anything like this before? Detective?
I'm speechless. What I see on the fence instantly evokes memories I thought I'd buried. A case that the rational part of me, whatever's left of it, had long since deemed unsolvable. The wood is distorted. The sharp angle of the two sides meet somehow looks lacerated, blurred together like scar tissue. As a matter of fact, I have. Only once. 15 years ago. This definitely wasn't here before, right?
No, it was the first thing I noticed the next morning. What is it?
I wish I knew. When I saw it before, it was in a basement. Concrete cinder block, but the same exact pattern lashed across the corner.
It's a clue, right?
It's obviously a clue, but not one I can read. I unstrapped the knife hidden under my coat. 4.5 inches, silver-laced, naturally.
What are you doing?
Gathering a sample. I know a guy who'll be able to run some tests. Before I go, Mrs. Moore, is there anything about your daughter you can tell me? Hannah, right?
Yes, like what?
What was she like? Damn it. The words are out before I can check myself.
Was. She's still alive. She could still be alive, right?
Of course. I can't rule anything out at this point, but...
Right. Okay, well, she's 9. Birthday's in February. She's a little on the quiet side. She doesn't do so well in school, but she's smart. So smart. Just not in the ways you need to be sometimes. And she's kind in her own way, doesn't know how to make an enemy.
Did she ever show any signs of mental illness? Hearing voices? False memories? Anything like that?
Mental? No. Why?
Well, there's some evidence that conditions like schizophrenia can be causally linked to paranormal exposure.
Schizophrenia? No, Hannah is a normal, healthy girl. She's just quiet. There's nothing wrong with that.
Defensive. Should I push? What about false memories? Did she ever act like she knew something she couldn't possibly know? Has she ever predicted anything?
No. Well, when she was younger, 4, I think, she had this recurring dream. She'd tell me every night before bed about some girl named Mason. The pain of anxious, excited adrenaline floods my system. Mason. Surely not just a cruel coincidence. The thing that stood out to me was how she never described anything fantastic in her dreams. They were always just Mason drawing or Mason on a swing set. I don't know why that comes to mind. No, that's incredibly interesting. Really? Are you okay? Absolutely. Listen, sorry to cut things short, but I have to go if I want to get this sample to my specialist by today. Thank you for your time, Mrs. Moore. Oh, no. Thank you. I'm the one that called, remember? So, how much are you charging for all this, by the way? Money is no object, of course. I'm jumping ahead faster than I can think. Getting paid? That's what I'm here for, right? I look at the woman, at the house. 2 kids, 1 missing. Plus a distinct lack of a Mr. Moore. There's no way money isn't an object for her. I do free consultations. This is more than a consultation. We'll see. Have a good day, ma'am. My conscience, ever at war with my wallet. Mason, not a common name for a girl. I told her she could still be alive. Was I giving her false hope? After all, my Mason, my daughter had never been found. His place is hidden in a shabby strip mall, right next to a psychic medium's office. Ironic if you ask me. Those nut jobs are about as scientific as, well, soothsayers. All cheap tricks and showmanship. It looks like an abandoned storefront. Papers plaster the window and a big sign hangs on the door. Keep out, no trespassing. God only knows how the man convinced the city to let him keep the place.
What's the password?
It's me.
Try again.
I glare at the tiny hidden camera I know is embedded in the ceiling. Aperi Yanoam Foitidai Spiritu Stulte. Now come on, this one's important.
Fine, but you should know I'm looking up whatever you said.
Still don't know Latin, Wolf? And you call yourself an expert. Coffee. Somehow the place always smells like coffee, despite shelves packed with flasks and jars of nondescript, mildly ominous paraphernalia. I stroll deeper into the shadowy space, dodging piles of boxes and bulky, cable-clad equipment.
I'm in the back.
I'd guess as much. Blue light flickers from behind a curtain at the far end of the room.
What you got for me this time, Garvey?
Wolf Wagner, smartest guy I know. One of the strangest, too. Tangled salt and pepper hair, with a Darwinian chest-length beard. He sits at a tall weathered desk, bent over some project or another, thrown into silhouette by a feeble work lamp. His back's turned, but I can tell he's wearing his favorite t-shirt, black with big white text across the front that reads, "Think, it's not illegal yet." Recognize this?
Ah, yes. A wood chip. Cedar. Minimally waterlogged.
Turn it over, dipshit.
Holy. Yeah, I think I do recognize this. 15 years ago. Gage.
It's a piece of fence cut in what looks like a Class 4 spatial anomaly. A girl vanished out of a yard in the dead of night. This time there's footage.
Really? You have it with you?
I brandish the thumb drive.
Give it here.
He scoots across the desk, abandoning a soldering iron, still smoking over a heap of electronics. Looks like radio hardware. With a few keystrokes, a wall of randomly sized monitors blinks to life in sequence.
Let's see what we're looking at.
As the video plays again, I get an odd sense of recognition. Maybe it's just the power of suggestion, but I feel like I recognize the look in the girl's indistinct face. Those glowing eyes could easily be Mason's. Was this what she looked like when she disappeared? The fear? The panic?
Interesting. I'm not seeing any EMF artifacts. Actually, there doesn't seem to be any evidence of paranormal distortion at all. Timestamp says August 21st, 11:45 p.m. Exactly 2 months ago. Is that accurate?
According to the mother, yes. I still need to get the case files.
Is the property on any ley lines?
No, that's the first thing I checked when she gave me the address. Really, I came here to see if you could run the gamut on the piece of fence.
It does look just like your basement did all those years ago. I'll see what I can do, but since I don't know what to check for, it's going to take a while.
How long's a while?
Putting it ahead of everything else I've got going, forsaking sleep and coffee breaks, maybe a week? The date on that video, though, hold on a sec. Yeah, wow. So, I've been tracking a set of recurring radio signals. Did you see my paper on ectophase harmonics? Never mind. So we know that non-corporeal entities...
Ghosts, you mean?
If you insist on using the colloquial term, fine. Whatever they are, we know they can sometimes create interference in radio static. You know, baby monitors, walkie-talkies, etc.
Ghosts can't just evaporate people, let alone cause physical distortions like we're seeing. Where are you going with this?
6 months ago, I heard something. Not the short, garbled snippets that people think are dead spirits trying to communicate. I heard something big. Here, listen.
And you're sure it's paranormal in origin?
Yes, it has all the tells. Something old, loud, and powerful. I could hear it on every band. And here's the interesting part. 2 months later, I heard it again. Then again in another 2 months. The same exact pattern. The last time I heard it was the exact date and time this video was recorded.
Coincidence?
You're telling me that after everything you've seen, you still believe in coincidence? Guess what, old friend? If the pattern's consistent, the signal's gonna repeat tonight.
The clouds had parted on a moonless sky, freckled with stars choking in urban light. It's dark on the hill and completely deserted at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Wolf's rugged van is parked in the grass like some huge nocturnal beast of burden. A big foldable dish juts into the sky, and Wolf fiddles around it, wearing a pair of comically large headphones. Why do we have to come all the way out here?
I'm trying to triangulate the source of the interference pattern. This place has the best vantage point in the area.
He's right. I look at the twinkling city lights, thinking of the missing girl, of all the people who don't have an inkling how strange the world around them is, of the darkness between each tiny candle, and the things lurking there.
Hey, grab a pair of headphones and sit down. I'm firing up the scan.
2 camp chairs are positioned on each side of the dish tower. My headphones are slung over the one to Wolf's right. Damn, glad about our coat. We sit there for what feels like hours, though I know it's only around 30 minutes when...
There it is. Right on time. Where are you, big fella?
The night is chilly, but the sound makes me feel like I'm freezing. I get goosebumps and a cold sweat. Why is this so unnerving? What is it you think we're hearing?
I don't know. But it sounds kind of angry, doesn't it?
Ah, shit! What's that?
Take off the headset.
It's too late. The sound is engulfing me. I can't move. Icy spikes prickle my fingertips, blood rushing in my head. The noise is chaos. It is my thoughts, and it hurts. But there's something there.
Hello?
Gage? Gage, wake up.
Wolf must have pulled the headphones off me. I sit slumped in the camp chair, shivering, but lucid.
What did you hear?
My daughter?
You've been listening to The Files of Gage Garvey, Paranormal Investigator. Written, edited, and directed by Luke Hawkins. With special thanks to the voice talents of Rahima Makwara and Jose Martinez.